Greg and Mike, 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 Sunday papers. Greg and Mike, Greg and Mike, Greg and Mike, Sunday papers. Greg and Mike, Greg and Mike, Greg and Mike, Sunday papers. Greg and Mike, Greg and Mike, Greg and Mike, Sunday.
Read all about it. Read all about it. Two mid-level comedian.
I'm not even.
Oh, look at that.
What?
Wait, I just got a text. Hold on. Just got a text from my friend who's at the Clippers, and he said, my friend got tickets for me and Sarah and David Spade tonight, and I saw that you were in another room. Bummer. Good excuse to say hello. Oh, okay. I'm at the store tonight, and I guess Sarah Silverman and David Spade are in the other room, and the guy that I'm friends with, he's a coach for the Clippers. I thought he was inviting me and Sarah and Spade to a game, but he's coming to see us.
Look at your life. This is not mid-level stuff.
I know. Look at that.
Come on now.
Speaking of mid-level, I just it finally happened. I have waited my whole career for this, but you know how when you get residuals on a project, well, you do know this. It diminishes over time.
Oh, yeah.
You get less and less and less. I did an episode as an actor on CSI back in, I don't even know that it says it on here.
I think it was in the 20th century.
It was in the 20th century. Oh, it was in 2011. It was 14 years ago. And I have been getting checks from CSI for 14 years, like regularly. And, you know, they get smaller and smaller and smaller. It has finally happened. Can you read the amount on this check?
1 cent.
1 cent on a 63-cent envelope from the Actors Guild.
Yeah, my daughters can't get over how much the checks,
my
how little
God.
they are when they come.
Hilarious. Well, look, at least we're getting them. You know, a lot of these new shows, they're shooting them overseas. They're using foreign people to write and direct and do everything and act, and there's no residuals.
Be grateful for a penny.
I'll take it. That's
There
a
we
penny
go.
right there.
It's gonna be a hop. It's gonna be a hop penny on the next check. What do you got, kid?
Well,
you just did a podcast with Vecchione?
Mike Vecchione.
Yeah, so he's on the road with Nate. So I was just on a tour bus with Mike for 3 days.
He told me he met you. He said he likes you very much.
Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike Vecchione's like, he's one of Attell's really close friends in New York. And, you know, he's got a lot of talent. He's been doing it for a long time. He's got a new special out that's excellent. He went clean, though. I shouldn't say though, but, you know, Nate has produced his last 2 specials. I think I've directed them, too. But to be on Nate's YouTube channel, you have to be clean. And so Mike, who used to be filthy, is now squeaky clean. Yeah.
Because I only saw him on this clean tour. It was also, the tour was great. Nate's great. And we did Baltimore. We did Baltimore.
Well, explain what you're doing on the tour so people know.
I think we had explained this. So I'm Nate's head writer on the Emmys, which is coming up in like 2.5 weeks. And so we're getting very little face time. He's never in LA. His tour is so busy. So he graciously invited me out to join. And so I joined in Baltimore. And then we rode the bus that night to Columbus, Ohio. And then he did 2 shows in Columbus, Ohio. And then we flew out, and then I went to Toronto on the way home and saw Oasis, which I'll
So you spent your first night on a tour bus. What'd you think?
In the bunk. Well, so in the morning, people asked me, like, how was it? How was your first time? I'm like, well, and I wasn't trying to be funny, but I was like, I thought the road would have been straighter. And they're like, no, I know. Because, like, we were really rocking back. There were a lot of turns.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, the curtain might, like, attach. I think boats have that. Like, it could snap at least, so it'll give you some resistance from not... Because I was in a top bunk.
Yeah.
I could have rolled out on the floor.
No, you think that they would have, like, a side rail, like a child's bed that you could pop up and down.
Right. No.
Yeah. No.
Shocking.
Yep.
I thought there'd be liability for that. Anyway, it was really fun, and Mike was really funny, and
What
but
about
it
Greg
was
Garcia?
Oh yeah, he was out there and he killed. He did stand up in Baltimore. It was great.
Yeah.
And but pretty clean machine. Like keep in mind, I have full access to anywhere we could go. You're in the green room, you're everywhere. I had to go to the concession stand to buy a drink.
No way.
You'd think there'd be 4,000 beers backstage and a bar or whatever. No.
Nothing.
Diet Dr. Pepper. There was a lot of that. Yeah.
The wildlife on the road, just how you pictured it.
Yeah. It was really funny. But then I got I was going to talk about this later, but after one show, I'm like, I bet my app that I got in Tennessee works here in Ohio. And we picked a game because we were, again, not partying. We were just hanging out in the back commissary. And we picked a game. It was like, I feel like Norm Macdonald, who always used to bet on Hawaii because they were still playing when he got out of SNL. So anyway, there was a late Hawaii game and we bet, and Nate actually said to bet on it. We bet on it. And then the most exciting thing was they kept offering me cash outs. So it was a frenzy.
This is on your betting. There's a betting app.
Yeah. You'd think I bet $10,000 on this.
Yeah.
And I bet 50. And yet all of us involved, like everything was on the line. It was really funny.
Did you win?
Yes. Won with an interception by Hawaii, and then they won it in overtime.
Nice.
It was incredible.
Wow.
Sure.
Life on the road.
And then I'll talk about Toronto in a minute, but I need to ramp up to that. What do you got here?
What do I got? I was a little bit in the crosshairs the last couple days. I don't know if you know, but I used to write for the Ellen DeGeneres Show for a couple years.
That C word?
Oh, see, that's where I went wrong. Okay, so I spoke on the We Might Be Drunk podcast, which is Mark Norman and Sam Morrell. And some guys, like, you just know them well enough that your guard comes down and you're chilling out and you're trying to top each other and you're laughing. And Mark Norman has this knack for asking you anything. Like, he's kind of famous for it. Like, he will say and ask anything.
Oh, zero filter.
As a matter of fact, there's something else in the podcast, and I think I've done this twice in 15 years. I called and I said, "Hey, can you take out that thing?" I go, I hate asking, and he goes, "Oh yeah." So they took out the thing I thought was bad and left in the thing that apparently was worse, which was me bad-mouthing Ellen. And I told some stories about it. Did you read the articles?
I did read. Well, no, I read. The Post was the first article that then got quoted a lot.
Yes.
So I read the Post.
Yeah, so it was in the New York Post. And then
I think listen, she's in England. The C word is a term of affection. It's all fine. Also, this is what I don't get, if I may say. I can't believe it's picked up as much as it is because you're not saying anything new.
Yeah, and it's me. It's not like John Stamos coming out and saying something. It's Greg Fitzsimmons. And it was on Fox News all day. They kept showing the clips of me on the show. All my cousins are texting me because they're all Republicans. They're like, "Hey, you're on our side now. You came over. You're on Fox News."
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was a little bit. It was a little scary because, like, there is non-disclosure agreement issues, but at the same time, I kind of looked it up online, and it said that if it's news that you're not breaking, then it's not non-disclosure. If it's information that's already out in the world.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. And also, I think there's got to be a time limit on this stuff.
Well, it doesn't even matter if it's already out.
Yeah.
The non-disclosure is to prevent something from becoming public knowledge.
Right.
I mean,
Which it is very.
What?
And as a matter of fact, I've been asked numerous times to anonymously talk about her for books and things, and I never have. And I know a lot of people that have crazier stories than mine, which I did not tell on the podcast. So if anything, I thought I was being tame. because, you know, part of me feels like, what am I doing? What am I bitching about, Ellen? It was a long time ago. There was a lot of good things to it. And, you know.
You didn't even tell your worst stories that happened there.
No, by no means.
I know. So
No.
here's the thing. If they want to get involved, it's way worse. It's way worse than anybody knows. How about that?
Yeah. All right. We'll leave it at that because I don't want to keep this thing going. I took my daughter. My daughter got a turntable for her birthday last month.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, which is kind of fun because I always say to my kids, I'm sure you say this to your daughters, listen to the album. It's not about kids today. Kids today. It was me with my fucking pork pie hat saying kids today, but they listen to playlists and individual songs and there's a reason why, you know, Abbey Road is the way it is. And there's a reason why, you know, Led Zeppelin 3 is the way it is. It's supposed to be listened to together. So I was so psyched that she got a turntable. So this guy who's a listener sent me a DM a while ago, like a few months ago, before she even got the turntable, saying, hey, I'm throwing this thing called Vinyl Con. It's this huge record meet downtown, and I'll send you some pads. Normally it's like $40 to get in. He sent me 4 passes, and I kind of left it on my desktop, and I'm like, all right, if I'm in town, I you know, whatever. I have a turntable. I'm not that interested. And then she got it, and I was like, oh, fuck. So we made a plan together, and we drove downtown. And dude, it was like an entire floor of an office building. There were like hundreds of little booths of dudes with their some of them were like $5 discount bins, all the way up to, I don't know if you know this, but like the White Album is numbered. Like each copy, there's a first printing of the White Album. This was the one that was on the wall was the 7th edition of the White Album. It was selling for $70,000.
Jeez.
Yes. And so I looked it up on my phone. I go, I wonder what the number 1 printing is. So it's owned by Ringo Starr, and the number 1 printing is $750,000.
Yeah, this is the thing with all these like billionaires now. Like, why wouldn't you just buy up the coolest stuff?
Right.
You make that interest in one day.
Yep. I know. And, but anyway, so we just went through and I bought her a ton of albums, like all the great, she said she wanted classic rock, but I also got some folk. I got some Joan Baez and some Bob Dylan in there, and came home with it. And she's been in her room just listening to records the last few days. It's great.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. What's the Led Zeppelin 3 you got here, that note?
Oh, so I forget why. Oh, so, you know, I listen to Zeppelin while I work out all the time. And then I realized I'm sitting at home and I was like, let me just listen to, once in a while I like to just sit with headphones on and listen to an album beginning to end. So I was like, I never listened to Led Zeppelin 3 because I always think of it as like the most mellow Led Zeppelin album.
Mm-hmm.
So I put it on and it's just like, it might be, it's not my favorite, but it's up there now. It's fucking amazing.
No, it is.
And I was reading about it, and like nobody thinks to listen to, you listen to Led Zeppelin 4, Physical Graffiti, and it was like they were burnt out. Their first 2 albums had been huge hits. They had toured the world. They were the number 1 band in the world, and they were completely burnt out. So they went out to, might have been Scotland or somewhere in northern England.
Yeah.
And they were in a castle, an 18th century castle. It had no electricity, no running water, and they fucking sat there for a month and just came up with music acoustically. And like taped it on a handheld tape recorder, you know, like they re-recorded it later, but like just got the tracks down, and it's some of the tracks are just so fucking beautiful.
Oh, it's a very acoustic album for them.
Yeah,
big time. But listen, man, it starts off with Immigrant Song.
I
That's
know.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
So that I'm just shouting out Led Zeppelin 3. And
so in terms of because people hate when we talk about music, but I'll just mention, so on the way home, because it was so cheap in Canada, it paid kind of for my flight. I went to the Oasis show in Toronto, and I'd never been to Toronto. So I look it up, and it came together pretty quickly, and I got a hotel, and I looked. So this place is going to be at the Rogers Center, and so like it's in downtown. It's great. I got a great hotel room, and there it is. Everything's worked out. Walking distance, the whole
Just
thing.
you by yourself.
Just me by myself. So I then get into town, and I'm walking, and there's a Blue Jays game that afternoon, and I'm like, how are they turning this around so fast? That's crazy. And I go, maybe it's just the stage at the end, like, or it's, I don't even know. I can't even imagine what it is. I'm like, what is going on? Long story short, I check. No. I'm in the Rogers Arena, not the Rogers Center. And I'm like, Toronto, you motherfuckers, you don't have more than one guy to name shit after? It's like, do you know what confusion this could, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So from my hotel, the walk to the Rogers Center, which is, by the way, a big stadium where the Toronto Blue Jays play, but not where Oasis is playing, that was a 16-minute walk. So now I put in Rogers Arena. Guess how long the walk is to Rogers Arena? I want you to do one guess. 17
minutes.
5 hours and 23 minutes. A 5 hour and 23-minute walk to the other Rogers fucking.
No way.
Dude, you ready? A car ride, an hour because of traffic. And the train to get there, 2 hours.
What?
It gets worse. So now I am walking over to get on. I'm walking up to get weed. They sell weed there, and of course, whatever. I'm in a foreign country, and then now I'm in the Indian neighborhood. So now I'm 2 layers of foreign, and I'm just like, just get me to the. So Cage the Elephant, who I love, they're opening up for them. So I want to get there. Eventually, I bite the bullet. I jump in an Uber. So the Uber takes me up there, and he goes, this is as close as I can get you. And I'm like, to that stadium that I can barely see because of the curvature of the earth, I go, what are you talking about? And everyone's walking. And he's like, yeah, so this is a thing. I'm like, yeah, it's a thing. What's the thing? And he goes, so this is like a made-up venue that's very new and temporary. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, so this is an airport. And what they did is they've put bleachers out on the runway. I'm like,
no.
I go, what? It's an abandoned airport that is in the middle of, I don't even know if you can still call it Toronto. And there's just bleachers up there. Dude, if you go on Reddit, the people that are furious, it was a 2-mile walk from where, talk about time.
What?
So at one point, I hear Cage the Elephant. I can barely hear it coming across these fields. Yeah. And so I grab, those guys who have a bike taxi? Yeah. So I grab a bike taxi. I'm like, how much? He's like, 30. I'm like, I'll give you 20 American. He's like, done. Which, by the way, I probably lost money. So I get in. He bikes me and he goes, I was in the thing for 3 minutes. He goes, this is as far as I can go. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, they don't let me go any further than this. I'm like, for $20? It was one clusterfuck. But the worst was after the show. After the show, 60,000 people are trying to walk to like rail. No Ubers can come within 2 miles. It was the biggest shit show in the world.
And you flew from Ohio to Toronto for this show.
Yes. And it's like, your airport's called Pearson. How about fucking name it after Pearson? At least it won't be 2 stadiums named Pearson. Yeah. One will be an airport. It's who is this Roger guy? It's unbelievable.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's insane. No, and I could have told you about the traffic. I did a show in Toronto recently, and that it was like it took me an hour and a half to get to the gig from downtown Toronto, and it took me 21 minutes to get home after the show.
Insanity.
Traffic's insane in Toronto.
The one thing they have down is that the train with Express right to downtown from the airport for like $7. It's awesome. But other than that, a disaster. But I will say that everybody was complaining, so everybody was on the same wavelength in the crowd. And then Oasis came out and just killed it. And a big part of it is how good Liam is. And there is no one that I've seen. I mean, there's Jagger. This guy's charisma, though, he is an animal. He's like an ape. He's a little bit primate-y. And then he does that thing where he swaggers up, right? He's all like crotch and stomach, and he swaggers up. His hands go behind his back, and he is projecting up. The microphone's aimed down. You know, he does that lean.
Yeah.
He does that lean where he sings like your drunk buddy in a bar, because he kind of like screams, and real Cockney. And he's never not wearing a rain jacket. And then he had an insane hat on. I'll find you a picture. Like, he's just the most charismatic thing. And all those years, his brother, it was because he was just blocking that and getting in his own way. And I'm sure there were other issues too. But one big thing was like, why are you fucking throwing this away?
Wait a minute. Just to back up for a second. So just for people that don't understand you fly from Ohio to another country to see a concert. Did you have a ticket, or you did your usual thing where you buy it 5 minutes before the show starts? Oh my God. That's in the summer? He must have been sweating his ass off.
Probably in other cities, not when you're out in the middle of a runway in the country in Canada. It was actually it was the perfect temperature.
Did you buy a ticket like 10 minutes before the concert?
Of course.
And did you?
I got it for less than $100 American on the floor. But I mean, the floor is gigantic. It's general admission.
And then another $750 for Ubers and flights and hotels.
No, everything was pretty cheap. They were angry about that. I'm like, aren't you much stronger against our dollar, which is just because of all of our shenanigans, and our dollar has gotten so weak. And they're like, nope, with your tariffs, you dragged us right down with you.
Oh, so wait, were you talking to the people you were sitting next to at the concert?
Standing, yeah. Oh no, we were all talking. I had a tight 10-minute set on what the fuck is going on here.
Yeah.
And everyone was loving it, and they were adding to it, and it was a first for everybody in Toronto because it's this new temporary place.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, look. All you'll remember is the show. You won't remember any of that other extraneous stuff.
I think the opposite might happen. I might forget who I saw, but I will never forget what I went through.
Well, listen, it could have been worse. If you look at this week's logo from Bob, he's got us as ICE agents.
And we're identifiable? We're not wearing masks?
No, we need masks.
We're the brave ones.
I mean, here's the one thing about ICE is they might be in danger of, being assaulted, but they won't get COVID from each other. We got a great song from Jeff Snyder this week. We do need more songs. We've gotten a few. Need a bunch more. Send them into fitzdogradio@gmail.com.
Greg has not sent me your song yet.
I'll describe it. The week before, we had a song sent in, and a couple people pointed out that it might have been AI because it was a little bit, the production value was so high, and there was like double vocal tracks and stuff like that. So anyway, I picked Jeff Snyder's this week because it is absolutely not AI. It's just Jeff and his haunting voice and his haunting guitar, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's kind of bringing us back to the basics of what the show's all about.
All right, so I got to think it's haunting. That's what I got to go on. Okay.
Corrections from last week. Bob Pedersen, who is a anally retentive fan, he said he shot down 6 planes, not 100. I was talking about Ted Williams when he fought in, I guess, Korea, right?
Did you? Oh, yeah. Was that on this podcast?
Wait, is Jeff Williams? He'd have
Ted
to be
Williams?
Korea, right?
Ted Williams was Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it wasn't on this podcast. Maybe it was on a different one.
Well, I might have brought him up that he's my favorite baseball player. I mean, he's the best baseball player in my opinion. So maybe, I don't know. I talked about him recently.
I talked about how
I don't go 2 months without mentioning Ted Williams in some way.
when he went into the Air Force, he got tested to be a fighter pilot, and apparently he scored the highest eye-hand coordination, whatever, of anybody that had ever taken the test.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. Okay, here's the stat. Ready? Not stats. Look at this. I mean, I don't think. Oh no, it was World War II. It was World War II.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we didn't shoot down a lot of fighter planes in the Korean War, right?
So sorry, I spaced out. Who did we lose to? What great athlete did we lose to? Lose some prime years to Korea. Sorry. Here is, maybe read this out loud.
Okay. Batted.
So
he batted 406.
I'll read it. You ready?
Yeah, you read it.
1941, he batted 406. 1942, he won the Triple Crown. 43, the war. 44, the war. 45, the war. 46, MVP. 47, the Triple Crown.
Oh, my God.
Come on.
Oh, my God. Dude, if I came back from a war, I'd be
and I
fucking
believe he
Tom
did 2
Cruise.
tours.
I'd be born on the 4th of July guy. I would just be shit-faced trying to deal with it.
I think we've told these stories, but he was such a funny guy. And then, Carl Yastrzemski, I think it was Yaz, wants to go fishing with him. And I think it was, anyway. And, he's a typical fisherman. Yaz is and partying. And he goes down to where Ted Williams has his boat. Ted's already on the boat. He walks up with a 6-pack or a 12-pack. And Ted's like, "What's that?" And he's like, "What do you mean? It's fucking beer." He's like, "That ain't coming on my boat." It was all business.
Really?
The fishing was all business. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, when I was on the Man Show and I played frozen Ted Williams because remember he had his head frozen after he died. So they wheeled me out on a gurney and I was in a block of ice. My head was in a block of ice and I just roasted Joe and Doug Stanhope for 5 minutes.
I think I got that totally wrong. I don't think Yaz is a different era. I'll get who he was fishing with.
Yeah, maybe
we're slaughtering this.
Other correction, John Doe said, "Way to stand behind your correction." Not even giving your real name, John Doe. He said, "Imagine if your name was John Doe. What the fuck?" Who? Phonetically, Roosevelt.
It might have been Yaz. Sorry, it might have been Yaz because Ted Williams was retired. Go ahead. I think I did get it right. Sorry.
Phonetically, Roosevelt. The double O is a long O, as in Dutch, not an sound. Dutch is a long O. Dooch. Roosevelt is an old Dutch name. I don't know, John. Whatever.
You're reading it. He's not forcing you to.
Tour dates coming up tonight. La Jolla at the Comedy Store, August 31st. Next week, or 2 weeks, I will be at the Comedy Works in Denver, September 18th through 20. Connecticut at Comics, September 26th, 27th. Then I'll be in Fairbanks, Alaska, Vegas, Chicago, San Francisco, Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. Get tickets at fitzdog.com.
There you have it.
Shows are all selling out, Mike.
I love it. Are we going to the
I
got
to move to arenas. Like
because
Nate.
You're making news. You're a headline comic.
That's right. Everybody wants to come out and see me talk
and all
about
of Rupert
Ellen.
Murdoch's headlines. Here we go. Front page. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have gotten engaged to be married. Do you think they're going to get married?
I think they have to now.
I don't think they will. Anyway, their prenup could protect more than the couple's multi-million-dollar empire. Swift and Kelce have a combined estimated net worth of about only $1.67 billion. However, a prenup...
Can I just break that down for a second? She's worth 1.4.
Is that true?
Yeah.
All right.
Or 1.3, maybe 1.3.
Okay. Yeah, they don't need a prenup. But they've earned all that money before. Who knows? So the couple could use a prenup to protect their privacy, not just their money, should anything go south in their marriage. Quote, given that they are both public figures, a prenup can also ensure privacy in a divorce, such as precluding any disparaging social media posts or interviews, this guy said. Well, this is how I think the legal meeting went. I think the legal meeting went, Travis goes, I have one question. Is she allowed to write a song or 6 albums about me if this doesn't work out? Jake Gyllenhaal, she dated for less than 3 months. She made an entire album about him, including a 10-minute song.
Yeah. I mean, Kelce, you're research, pal. You're not a relationship. You're just research.
Yeah.
By the way, he got on one knee when he proposed, but that was because the ring weighed so much.
Yeah, what was the ring stats?
It was something like, it was worth $500,000. Yeah.
Okay.
It was worth $550,000 diamond ring. And just to put their collective fortune in perspective, it's 2.5 times higher than Victoria and David Beckham, but it's about 1/2 of Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Seems like the music business is where it's at.
But $550,000 diamond ring sounds crazy, right? Okay. She makes that in double that in one concert.
Right.
And they say that when you buy a wedding ring, it should be 1 month's salary. Okay. If you take 1 month of her salary, it would be $200 million. She made $2 billion last year. So the ring should be about $200 million.
Wow. Still, this doesn't compare to Kobe's cheating ring, which was $4 million.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Damn.
The joke at the time was, I'll watch what I say. The joke at the time was $2 million ring if it's cheating, $4 million if it's grape.
Grape?
We're trying to get through the algorithm here.
Oh, got it. Right.
His grape allegations in Colorado.
My friend, I don't know if I ever told you a story. He's a mutual friend of ours who got engaged back in New York years ago. And he was engaged to a pretty wealthy woman. She came from a wealthy family. And he didn't come from money. And so they got engaged, and he went out and he spent, I think it was $16,000 on a ring, which was crazy. He didn't have that kind of money, but I think he felt pressure. So he buys her this ring, and then me and my wife go golfing with him and his fiance up in the Bronx at Mosholu Park. And so she takes off her ring while she's playing, and she gives it to him, and he puts it into his sunglasses case, and he puts it in the bag. And then around the 7th hole, the sun went down. So he took his glasses off and he put them into the glasses case. You see where this is going. Mm-hmm. And we then finished the round of golf, and she asked for the ring, and it obviously was gone. It had fallen out at some point on the 7th hole. And now
I see where this is going. They're not married.
That's exactly right.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
They split up 3 months later.
Yes.
Yeah. He had not insured the ring. I insured the ring. I heard that story. I insured it at the jewelry store before I left the jewelry store, which you can do. They set that up for you.
My wife lost the engagement ring. She was.
That's right.
She was like putting on like moisturizer as she drove. That a lot's going on there, and she called hysterical from Westwood, and I go, pull over, and she goes, and she's like, I have, and I'm like, don't drive, let's try to limit the variables here, and we never found it. I mean, we had guys take apart the seats out of the car and stuff, and
you did?
Who know? Yeah, who knows if they would? They maybe found it.
Right. Was it insured?
Nope.
Did you buy her another one?
I got help, and in all fairness here, I think her grandmother's heirloom, like so the rock I didn't have to. I then got a new setting and everything.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And how did that marriage turn out?
Right. Same as your buddies.
Lose the ring. Can't lose the ring. It's
Same as
amazing to me that I have had this piece of hardware on my finger for 26. I lose everything, and somehow she never lost hers. I never lost mine.
Yeah, I lost 2 of my rings.
When do you take them off?
One I was surfing, and I guess it got so cold it then slid off while I was paddling.
Oh, I
That's
lost a
the
cock
good
ring
story.
like that once.
That's the good story.
Yeah.
The other one I took off before I got a massage, but which is easy to laugh at. But if it's a dirty massage, you're not taking off the ring. You're not taking off the ring for 2 reasons. 1, you don't care. 2, you're not getting such a thorough massage that they're going to pop your fingers like they do and everything.
Yeah.
So it was, I wouldn't lie to you, it was a legitimate massage. I was with Kilborn. We were up in Minnesota at the Timberwolves training camp. And I had time to kill, like we had a whole day or something. And so anyway, I got a massage there and then couldn't find it.
I don't think 1% of our listeners are buying this story right now.
All right.
The GOP chair of a local elections board in North Carolina has been arrested after being accused of putting MDMA and cocaine in his grandchildren, 15 and 16 years old, into their ice cream.
I don't understand, and you didn't put an explanation. Did you know why?
Well,
You
they
can
don't
read the
really
story.
they don't really get into. I looked up 3 different versions of this story because one of them they didn't list the age, so I had to find that. James Yoakley, a Republican who was selected to chair the Surrey County Board of Elections in June, flagged down an officer at a Sheetz convenience store to inform him that his 2 granddaughters found pills in their Dairy Queen blizzards. Video taken from the Dairy Queen showed it was Yoakley who had been the one who placed the 2 pills into both victims' ice cream. So what I'm guessing is the girls discovered the pills, and so he had to fake that he would call the cops.
It's so bizarre.
It's like, ma'am, do you want sprinkles? No, thanks. I think my grandfather just put some on for me.
I'm only allowed 2 sprinkles in capsule form. Meanwhile, a blizzard doesn't need cocaine, but you do need the ecstasy as soon as you finish that blizzard.
Yeah.
Your mood tends to go downhill once you're done with one of those.
Most 15 and 16-year-old girls would be like, hey, Grandpa, can we go for some more ice cream before that Dead show on Saturday? Dead was a wrong reference for that joke.
Is he like hiding it? Like what? I have no idea what was going on.
I don't know. We need more information on this story. If anybody can research this and let us know. I couldn't find much. It's a very interesting story, but he's stepped down. He's no longer in office. So,
well, you can't get a job at Dairy Queen.
Nope. A Wisconsin father of 3 who faked his own death to flee to Europe.
We did this story.
We did?
No, not the
Oh, yeah, we
update.
did the story. Well, now we found him. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Before he was just missing. I think we knew he went to... Anyway. In an attempt to start a new life, has been sentenced to serve 89 days in prison, the same length of time that authorities spent searching for him. Ryan Borgwart, 45, vanished on a fishing trip in August 2024, leaving behind his phone, ID, and an overturned boat. They searched for his body, but later discovered he had fled to Canada and then Georgia in the former Soviet Union. Officials said he went to Georgia to meet a woman from Uzbekistan whom he had met online. Have you seen women from Uzbekistan? I wouldn't even go to Georgia in this country. The judge's 89-day sentence for obstruction is twice as long as the term prosecutor. Okay. The irony would be getting killed in prison, serving time for faking your own death. That would be the ultimate ending to this story.
Exactly. I think it just next time just die. You want out of your marriage?
Right.
Just go down under the boat. But it occurred to me though, might he be faking his own prison sentence now? Who knows what this guy will go through?
Yeah. I wonder if he's going to fake his own getting fucked up the ass.
Oh, what happened to the algorithm?
Oh, we blew it. We blew it.
Golly.
All right, it's time for the ethical question.
Okay, hold on. Turn a page. All right, your turn, buddy.
All right, here's what I got for you. You were driving through Beverly Hills one night, and you take a turn, and some douche has packed. You know those extra long Tesla trucks? They're huge.
Yes, of course.
So this guy is parked. He's tucked up against the corner on the red. He's in a handicap spot, and he's under a tree, so it's shady. You don't see him in the dark. You clip the back corner of his car. Do you leave a note under the windshield, or do you continue driving?
I mean, I think I leave a note.
What does the note say?
Go F yourself. No, you had it coming. Sorry, I didn't smash it head on with more impact. No, right. I wasn't thinking comedically about what the note would say. But, I mean, I think because it warms my heart when someone has left notes on things of mine.
Yes.
So, but I have thought before of pulling out on my motorcycle and doing barely anything. Do I then just keep driving? You know, like if it's a scratch.
Yeah. What's the under-over on reporting it to somebody, you know?
Yeah. But you're saying because the character of this owner is something I don't respect.
Yes.
So it makes it easier. Right.
And also that he's parked where he shouldn't be.
Wait, how do we know he's parked where he shouldn't be?
He's got no handicap placard.
Oh.
As opposed to you, who has a handicap placard but shouldn't have one.
No, that was a short while. And I was still getting over my hip. I forgot about the handicap part. But it's hard to prove that they don't.
Yeah.
Then a guy's limping, yelling at me as I pull away.
I had a note put on my car one time, and I couldn't believe it. This guy, hit my fender, left a note, and so I replied to the guy, and it turns out he owns, I'm not going to say which restaurant, but he owns one of the hottest restaurants on the west side of L.A. And so I know he's got money. And so we go back and forth on text, and then I tell him, yeah, it's going to be, I'll take it to the mechanic. He goes, what if I just give you like $800? And I was like, well, I think it's going to be more than that. I said, I got an estimate and it's like $1,200. He's like, yeah, but I could just give you $800. And I was like, well, I kind of want, you know what I mean? Like, I can't fix it for $800, It's like, it's cost me $4. So anyway, we went back and forth, and I went through insurance, and he fucking ghosted me for a long time, to where I almost had to like call the police or something,
Right.
So it turned bad. It went from him doing a good thing to maybe, I don't know, was I in the wrong?
Look at you just bad-mouthing people on podcasts, bad-mouthing famous people on podcasts.
You don't know what restaurant.
No, I know. I do know what restaurant, actually.
Oh, because you know the story?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know the story.
All right, so was I in the wrong not to take the $800 and make him go through insurance, or he ended up giving me the $1,200?
No, you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
But if you took the $1,200, if I know you probably would have fixed a little less of it and taken it somewhere else and maybe made $400 on it.
Oh, wait, no, we went through insurance.
Oh,
That's
all right.
what we did. We went through insurance. So it got done completely right.
Gotcha.
I once got a note left. This is a true story. Me and my family had this house for like, when I was a kid, my dad's friend died, and my father bought the guy's Florida house off of him for a fucking steal off the widow. And so we had this little house, and it had a resort that was about 2 miles down like the Everglades, down a fucking dark side road with no fucking streetlights. And me and my brother.
Was Oasis playing at the end of the road?
Yes.
Okay.
We were probably 11 and 12 years old. And my parents, there was an arcade, not an arcade, but like a billiards room and had a ping pong table at this resort. So me and my brother at night would ride our bicycles to this resort. And so we go one night and we're shooting pool. And we're shooting pool with this guy. And then he leaves. And then we go out to get on our bicycles. And there is a note in my basket that says, had a lot of fun with you guys. If you want to party, I'm in room 1213. How fucking creepy is that?
How old are you?
You're like 11 and 12.
Sounds pretty enticing.
And believe me, we thought about it. We were like, free booze?
Free booze? Does he have like cute dogs? It's Florida, man. Wow, that's some note.
The guy, he took a swing, man. He went for it.
Maybe that's the note I'd leave on the Tesla.
You're right.
Had
party.
Had fun. If you want to party, I'm up in room 502.
All right, let's do some entertainment.
Here we go.
This is a Phil McCracken, who's a friend of the show.
Sure is.
Just gave us a head up that DEVO just came out on Netflix. It's a 90-minute documentary about the 70s anti-establishment time period that spawned the band. Yeah, I would see that in a second. I'm fascinated by DEVO. Do you remember them on SNL?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me?
We are not men. We are DEVO.
And then they do
Take
Satisfaction?
Me to the River. Oh, Satisfaction. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd be very interested. Maybe let's watch that as our homework assignment, everybody, and then next week we'll talk about it.
Maybe they didn't do Satisfaction was a very popular song of theirs. They covered it.
No.
Yeah. I don't know if it was SNL, but yeah. All right, what's this? So you tried to
Khloe
explain
Kardashian went to Mexico to get stem cell treatment. And she said, I work out 5 days a week, so having something to help with recovery, inflammation, and overall wellness is next level, she wrote on Instagram. Not to mention the bonus anti-aging, maybe my favorite perk.
Yeah.
What is their obsession with not aging? Is aging that fucking horrible? She says stem cells are cells which are able to self-renew and create specialized cells which are currently used to treat blood cancer and other blood disorders, according to the Cleveland Clinic. Research into whether stem cells can treat or even cure other diseases remains ongoing. She says, I know what a privilege this treatment is, and I feel incredibly blessed. We were able to receive it, and with such great care.
Huh.
Meanwhile, I'm doing a walkathon to help some bald kid at St. Jude's.
You can't help her out at all?
I should do a walkathon for Kim.
Are they her stem cells? That's the idea?
I don't know how it works.
I think they're going to, the stem cells are going to come up for a breather, get spun around some tube or something, and then they're going to be injected back in this foreign body. Because the cells will then realize, oh my God, this is not how this human being began. I don't even recognize you.
Right.
You don't have the same face. You've changed bones. You've changed fat. You've changed so many things about you.
It's like driving back to your hometown and getting lost because they redid all the roads.
Completely. I mean, when you see the pictures of the family early on, it's unbelievable how much work's been done.
The irony would be her dying in a filthy Mexican hospital getting shots to avoid aging.
I guess so.
Let's make America Florida.
Here we go. These are always good. We got Florida man wearing Batman pajamas thwarts burglary, detains suspect before police arrive. At approximately 2 a.m, police responded to a burglary in progress. And when they arrived on the scene, they found the suspect already detained by Kyle Mivett, who was dressed in a Batman onesie. Mivett told detectives he had gone to bed when his home security cameras alerted him that someone was breaking into his vehicle. Mivett, still sporting the pajamas, went outside to investigate, and he saw the suspect rummaging through his truck, and later found the same suspect in his neighbor's garage, and that's when he detained him until officers arrived. Okay, so I didn't put the picture in here, but I don't know what's going on because this guy looks like an NFL football player, and he's in Batman pajamas.
No way.
But you can see his hands just look like they lift weights constantly, and I don't know if he's a special. He does have a driver. He has a car, according to this report. But this Batman might be
he has a
special.
Batmobile.
Right. Sorry. Alfred, I'm going out to the driveway. I'll be right back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. I'll be back in the cave in 10 minutes. I gotta get my rope and tie up. I think it's Catwoman. Pretty sure it's Catwoman out there.
Meanwhile, the guy like going through the cars and stealing stuff, he must have looked at him and just been like hands immediately up, like just like, oh my God, please, can you call the police, please? I'd call the police on myself if this guy in his Batman onesie walked up to me.
Yeah, and I think the police may want to poke around in the back cave and see if there's a boy wonder in there, some boy dressed up.
Yeah, Batman onesie.
What do you think the sheets were? What do you think this guy's sheets are? Spider-Man?
Maybe they're just of Robin, and he just gives it to Robin all night.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, here's his picture. God damn it, are you video or a picture? He almost looks like The Weeknd a little bit. Dude, look at his fucking hands.
Wow. He did not have to pose for that picture, by the way.
No. He needs a cape. That's the only thing. Someone get this guy a cape. And those are big cops. This guy is big.
Yep.
But here he is in a onesie. I mean, what is happening?
That is amazing. I think this was his night. I think he never would have come out with the onesie if he didn't capture a criminal. Now he's like, okay, this is real.
If you want to look this up as you're listening to our podcast, this is all I Googled. This is all you need. Batman onesie, Florida. That's all.
We'll drop it into the doc, or if we'll have it posted. We'll send it to Midcoast Media.
Yeah, but no one's watching this.
Nobody's watching this.
But yeah, I like that one. Okay, now we're gonna make America, Texas again. All right. Missing Texas woman found living with lost African tribe in Scotland. This is one of the better missing women stories, especially out of Texas, I've ever heard of. On May 25th, this woman, Taylor, left her residence in Texas and embarked on her journey to the UK on a 6-month tourist visa. At that time, she did not inform her relatives of anything about her connection with, quote, the tribe. Now she has been found to be staying in the Kingdom of Kubala, which is a self-claimed section in a forest in Scotland's Jedburgh. She stays there with the couple, King Athene and Queen Nandi. In a video message, she earlier told the UK authorities that she was not missing and urged them to leave her alone. Quote, I'm an adult, not a helpless child, she added. She should have added, and I'm a princess. So you have no jurisdiction in my kingdom.
I always get confused. Wait, King Athene, is he the older one or is it William?
Exactly.
I think we should send the guy in the Batman onesie to go rescue her. He's like our go-to guy now.
Well, I think you're right. I noticed this is a woman of color. It is an African-American woman.
Oh, she is.
And if we can give her any warning from another African-American woman who joined the royal family over in the UK, watch out.
Right.
It turns out they're racist.
Yes.
You would have no way of knowing that before getting involved with this family, but I'm just letting you know that some royal families in England are racist.
Is there any reason why we are not securing the rights to this screenplay as we speak?
I want to know how Scotland is. Are they tolerating this? Maybe it's very legit. This section of a forest. So I didn't put it all in here, but I did read the article, and they claimed that it was taken away from them 400 years ago.
400?
I haven't done the math. I don't know when. I think it was an African tribe, I believe. Anyway, yeah.
Well, if you watch Game of Thrones, there are black people. And that is based on the War of the Roses, which I think was in Scotland.
It sounds like some Fitz facts being thrown around, but I love it. I love it.
Well, here's my impression of the tribe. We got a woman who's in the cast. All right, never mind.
So are you weaving in the racist clicking to an accent you can defend?
Yes.
I got it. All right,
let's go to sports.
Internet, no, there's nothing in sports. I already talked about my betting app. International.
Okay. A male killer whale at a closed marine zoo is being sexually stimulated by his trainers to stop him inbreeding with his mother.
Whoa.
Sometimes do you need an article? The pair, Waiki, 24, and her 11-year-old son, Keo, are still being kept in their pools and cared for by their trainers in southern France. Last week, the activist group Tidebreakers obtained overhead footage showing two trainers standing at the edge of a pool next to Keo as he lies upside down. One trainer holds onto a flipper as the other stimulates the whale, who can be seen writhing about in the water. Quote, in order to avoid inbreeding with his mother, Marineland decided to sexually stimulate Kehoe to relieve him of his tensions. Although spectacular, this is a natural and totally painless for the animals. Spectacular? You definitely don't want to sit in the front row for this show.
Definitely wear your poncho.
Wait, I have a recording of the whale sounds.
Well, you can't blame the kid. I mean, what a MILF. She had him when she was 13 years old.
I know. And,
and now she's only 24.
Oh, put your finger in my blowhole. Yeah, that is. I love that this group, this animal rights group, they must have gotten some kind of a drone to get the footage. They didn't know what was going on in there. They're just monitoring it. All of a sudden, there's a whale upside down getting a handy, and they're like.
Also, yeah, how does the mom react? Is the mom like, you guys see what's going on here? Are you guys going to do anything about this?
Yeah, that's my job.
Run. I can't run. You put me in a sort of glass of water. But I'll tell you, this sounds like a job. You know who could be good at this and help is Melania Trump, because she's stopping her whale from mating with his daughter. So she keeps him stimulated and keeps him distracted from his attraction.
Our first Trump took us 58 minutes to get a Trump joke in today.
It's not even political. He's on record. He's so attracted to his daughter.
I wonder if this is going to be the new subgenre on Pornhub. Is going to be like stepmom whale porn.
Yeah. I know. They've just put family descriptions over every porn clip.
Yeah.
Everything's incest now.
I know. And then you watch the clip and you watch the beginning and they're already having sex. There's no backstory. And they don't even look like, if it's a stepmom, she doesn't look like his mom. I get angry.
Yeah. All right. Where are we going? We're going down.
Let's go down
This Day in History?
Let's do This Day in History.
Here we go. This is another tough one. I think it was a very busy summer with World War II. Okay. American professional gridiron football coach Vince Lombardi. He He became a symbol of the single-minded determination to win. Anyway, he led the Green Bay Packers to victories. Oh, this isn't as good. This is when he died. You want to take a guess at what year Vince Lombardi died? All right, give or take 10 years. When did Vince Lombardi die?
I'm guessing the Packers were really great, in like the 50s? Newt Rockne was on the team? I'm going to say then if he was 40 then he would have died 40 years later. So I'm going to say he died in 1987.
1970.
Jesus.
Yeah. He wasn't a healthy man.
No.
I wonder how old. Did it say how old? Oh, 57. Oh my God,
wait
younger
a minute.
than
So
us.
I would have been exactly right. 20 years later.
Good for you.
All right.
The Treaty of Paris, part of the Peace of Paris, was signed between Britain and the United States in what year, give or take 5 years?
The Treaty of Paris. From what war?
It's between Britain and the United States. I think there was a big clue in there.
All right, then I'm going to say it was before or after the Revolutionary War. I guess it would have been after, so I'm going to say 1791.
You missed it. 1783.
Ah!
All right, now let me go back up here. There are all these people who died. There's a Frank Capra. That's what I mean. It's slim pickings. So hold on. I have to go up to find. Ho Chi Minh.
It's got to be people's favorite part of the podcast is you searching.
You know, Ho Chi Minh declared Vietnam independent from France. Ho Chi Minh, when do you think Ho Chi Minh lived? Not an official question.
He lived in, there was a city called Ho Chi Minh. I think I do know that the French were fighting in like the 40s.
Good
Is that
for
about
you.
right? 1940. I'll say 45. Split the difference.
1945 was the exact date.
Thank you very much.
Greg, the Great Fire of London began accidentally in the house of the King's baker. Boy, did they need the jester after that one. It burned for 4 days and destroyed a large part of the city, including Old St. Paul's Cathedral and about 13,000 homes.
No.
What year was the Great Fire of London, give or take 80 years?
Let's say 1670.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
1666.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude.
For some reason, I think I would have guessed the 1700s. Let's find one more here. Here we go. That's not a good one. There was an earthquake. All right, might as well do this. Great earthquake in Tokyo metropolitan area, and the death toll from it was estimated to be 143,000 people.
Jesus.
So this is the Tokyo Yokohama earthquake. I don't know if it's called that. There's very little information here. What year do you think that was? Give or take 50 years. When do you think that was?
For that many people to have died, there must have been buildings. So I'm going to put it in I'll say 1910.
Good for you. 1923.
Nice.
Okay, last one. This is a good one. Life magazine published Ernest Hemingway's Old Man and the Sea, his last major work of fiction. I didn't know that. It was also released as a book the following year, and it won a Pulitzer Prize. What year did Ernest Hemingway's, I'll take either year, Old Man and the Sea appear in Life magazine or in book form, give or take 10 years?
All right, so he was around in the 30. I'm going to say 1952.
So you looked down.
You think I'm cheating?
It's 1952.
No, it's not.
It is.
I swear to God on my children.
Now the two empty hands come
down.
up. The phone's left down. Okay.
Phone's over. Phone's in my pocket right here.
All right, we're done. That's not fun when
I
you get
kind
it
of
right on
fucking nailed it today.
You didn't do so hot in the beginning, but you did well.
Did well. I got that. I think I got 3.
All right. What else we got?
We got the funnies. Let's cheer up because we have
go.
no obituary. Now, this is going to hit hard to some people that lost loved ones in the past week, but nobody important died this week. Nobody of any significance has passed away in the last 7 days.
I feel for you, though. I know what you're going through.
If you did lose somebody, write your own topical podcast. But as far as ours goes, nobody died. Nobody even got sick last week.
Before we start the obituaries, I'm going to tell you a obituary thought I had. The algorithm has figured out that I went through some of my own grieving, I guess, since my mom passed a year ago. And so, anyway, it sends me things. And I guess I look at them too long, and that's how it knows that I will read them. And a lot of people have said, which, Greg, you had an early loss with your dad, that it really changes you. And you become kind of a little bit, not everybody, I guess, but a deeper thinking person, because nothing can really compare to that. And it also, I think, you gain an understanding that maybe you could at best only empathize with, but not sympathize with, that you have no idea around you who's lost someone, and that for many people you get jettisoned into a realm of thinking about things that are more important, bigger things, less petty than, and all that. Anyway, what that led me to think was, do you think that art in many ways has gotten more disposable? And I know there's still good art out there, don't get me wrong. But do you think generally the average artwork was greater 100 years ago because people would lose people so much earlier in their life, and then artists would be changed, and artists could be whether it was wars or just lifespan or just a brother and sister making it to 25 years old?
I think just the opposite. I think life was cheap back then. You know, you had 13 kids, 4 lived. They were fucking sea turtles. There were wars constantly. We haven't had a war that impacted the general population. I mean, this is in no way to marginalize the great men and women that have given their lives for this country since Vietnam, but there hasn't been a draft. It hasn't sort of, intersected with the average family in what's that, fucking 60 years?
Yeah.
And there was never a span that long before. So life has actually become more precious. People live longer. And I think that we put more value on, maybe too much value on life now. You're fucking crazy. We're worm food.
But I don't know. I think when you would lose a parent, which was way more common back then, that's not like brother 13 or 12 who was a baby or younger.
Right. I know the art's gotten worse. That's for damn sure. There's no new art that's any good. Look at this podcast.
And continuing your, the way you cautiously set up the wars, it's interesting to think that Vietnam, and I'm not taking anything away, just like you, it's under your banner of your sort of how you prefaced it, that all of the Vietnam casualties, I'm talking deaths, were the equivalent of the Gettysburg weekend.
Yeah. I think it was like 30,000 people, right?
No, 50-ish.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know.
Okay, funnies.
All right, let's cheer up. Here we go. Last week, we gave you the caption for the comedy caption contest. You wrote us your punchlines. The winner will get a koozie. Mike, I got to say, get on those koozies. They'll be going out this week. Mike is going to do a big push
This is my vow. If you have not gotten your koozie, and you sent me one this week. Someone from October hasn't gotten it or something. Anyway, which is a long time ago. But this is what you do. Send your email request to what address, Greg?
fitzdogradio@gmail.com.
And in all caps, what could grab your attention, Greg? Because you have not sent me all of them. That's part of the problem here. What should the subject line be?
Hey now.
Seriously?
Yeah, have it say hey now.
Hey now, all caps, to that address, and I will get them out.
But include your original request, if possible. We don't want to break your balls, but if you can, just so this isn't a free-for-all. But we will get them out to you right away. Okay. So last week's caption is a gentleman, and he is in boxer shorts. Other than that, he's stark naked, and he is tied up to a 4-poster bed, spread-eagled. He's a middle-aged guy. He's got a paunch, and he's bald, and he's looking up off into the distance, wide-eyed, expectant, maybe in a good way. So D. Porter said Bob's first attempt at microdosing goes sideways.
I kind of like that.
Andrew Crest said blown and quartered.
Okay.
Harold said, oh boy, this girl is awesome. I wonder what a Cleveland steamer is.
All right.
Sean says, you're just going to leave me here? Thank God. You go mow the fucking lawn.
Interesting. Sean's from Ontario. I wonder if he's been to fucking that stadium I went to.
Yeah. I'm going to skip his next one. He sent in 2.
Only
You only get
location
one.
Oasis played in Canada.
Ben L. said, yes, the power of Christ compels me.
Okay.
Jeff Langa says, with Medicare cuts, the dominatrix is cheaper than the chiropractor.
All right. Not, thinker.
Stephen Mangram said, ready to finally get rid of this love handles for good. Sid found an economically alternative to Ozempic.
Got a little long.
Yeah. Charles McLennan says, Russian President Vladimir Putin finally releases secretly recorded July 4th, 1987 video of Donald Trump eagerly waiting for the Russian hooker to piss on his face. Now, let me show you a better version of that joke, which is 6 words. This is the POTUS special, right? That's it.
That's good. Nico Lee.
Brevity is the soul of wit. Bruce Wise says, there once was a sub from Van Nuys who liked to be whipped and be tied, but was left all alone in his suburban home when his chica was taken by ICE.
Okay.
There you go.
I didn't see it going that way.
No brevity there, but
that's a good effort.
But not a bad effort.
No, it's a different way to go.
Flesh Tree said, but why do you need my pin, Ms. Pat?
All right.
Ziggy B said, Larry yelling, when you said you were into tie-dye, this isn't what I imagined.
Okay, tie-dye.
All right, so I'm going to either say the limerick or...
The limerick was some good work. I'm going with the limerick.
All right, let's give the limerick out. That was Bruce Wise, who's an artist who is a frequent drawer of our logo. So thank you, Bruce. Send in your address. We'll get it out to you. For the rest of you, send in your jokes for next week. The caption or the comic for next week is, it's a courtroom. We're looking at the courtroom from the point of view of the jury. You've got about 5 jurors sitting there looking. There's a prosecutor, I'm guessing. He's pointing at the stand where a bumblebee is sitting. There's a judge in the background. He's got his hand on his elbow, on his head, and he looks bored. The bee is leaning forward. The lawyer is pointing at the bee. What is your joke? I think this is kind of a interesting one.
Does this look like the face of someone who would attack you?
Right. Exhibit B, Your Honor. Can I show you Exhibit B?
I like that one.
All right, and now we've got the Lockhorns. They're sitting there watching TV, and Leroy says to Loretta, I figured out who the bad guy is. It's the one who recommended we watch this movie. And then we have Loretta telling Leroy as he walks in the door with his briefcase, Dinner will be late, Leroy. The pizza delivery car broke down. All right.
Nice.
Now, what do you got?
I am changing things up.
I love it. Always changing and growing here at Sunday Papers.
Why wouldn't we do something that is pretty guaranteed to be funny? Each week I will pick my favorite Onion headline. And so one came in today, and it is, let me get it here. It is of Travis Kelce, and he looks a little like a WTF kind of expression. And he goes, and the headline is, Dead-eyed Travis Kelce nods at bow tie options for cat ring bearers. Because he's like, okay, that's the expression.
All right.
Dead-eyed.
Let's get to Blondie. Shit fuck is laying on the couch taking a nap. It's clearly daylight out. And then from the next room you hear, honey, do you have a minute? And she's stirring away at the fucking stove. She's got an apron on like a slave. I want to get your thoughts about something. The next frame, it's just her going like, where is he? Then she goes in the living room. Couch is empty. Even the dog's like, where did he go? They walk across the room, open up the closet door. He's standing in the closet. She goes, honey, it isn't about finances or decluttering the attic again. He goes, well, I couldn't take any chance. You couldn't? So,
What kind
let
of
me get this
man hangs
straight.
out in a closet?
Right?
Yeah, first of all, right.
That's where he belongs. You have I'm not going to say it. That's where he belongs, in the closet.
You half
That would
a man.
explain everything. That would explain why he is not in the kitchen standing behind her, hiking up that blue skirt and having her put her hands on the side of that stove while he takes a little bit of cooking grease in his finger and just dabs, gives it a dab, and then plunges.
Okay.
And instead he's standing in the closet because he doesn't want to declutter the fucking gutter. I'll declutter her gutter.
Lovely.
All right, listen.
We did it.
We did it. We got through a lot. I said we do an hour and 15. That's an hour and 16. We give you an extra minute. Don't forget, tonight I'll be at the Comedy Store in La Jolla. 2 weeks I'll be in the Denver Comedy Works. Come out, say hello. And I also want to recommend people listen to Led Zeppelin 3 again. Mike, anything to promote?
Yeah. Yeah, if you just want to have fun, it's kind of like an old guy's Taylor Swift tour, going to Oasis. It was Oasis's music was nostalgic the day it came out, and this is a 90% nostalgia play, but they did sound great. There's no doubt about that, but it's just really fun.
Okay, good.
Just don't see it in Toronto.
Right. Don't see anything.
It makes the Rose Bowl look reasonable, which it's not.
How many hours were you in
It
Toronto?
took 2.5 hours to get back to downtown after the show.
So how long from the time you landed till the time you flew out?
Oh, I was there less than 24 hours. Yeah.
I respect it, man. I love your joie de vivre. I love that you went for it.
Yeah, because I also don't think I can see them at the Rose Bowl unless I take an earlier flight back from New York next week. They're at the Rose Bowl Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, okay.
But where are you?
I'll be in La Jolla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sunday night show because it's Labor Day. Is this our Labor Day show? This is our Labor Day show. We forgot
Wait
to
a minute.
announce
No,
that.
no. I'm
Yep.
talking about next Saturday and Sunday.
Oh.
The 6th and 7th.
Well, that being said, shout out to all the hard workers. What's interesting is I was listening to Beggar's Banquet, the Stones album, the other day, and they have 2 working class songs back to back. I think they were trying to establish their roots. They have Factory
Yeah.
Girl. There's Factory Girl, and there's they're back to back. Anyway,
Hardworking people.
yes.
Exactly.
To all the people that work, take pride in what you do, and thank you for all you do, as we do very little.
Well, also, let's all just try to survive. All of us here below the top 4%, let's say.
Yes.
Even the 4th% is probably feeling poor in this country now.
All right.
All righty, we're going to end on that note, huh?
All right, we'll see you guys soon.
Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Greg and Mike, 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 Sunday papers. Greg and Mike, Greg and Mike, Greg and Mike, Sunday papers. Greg and Mike, Greg and Mike, Greg and Mike, Sunday papers. Greg and Mike, Greg and Mike, Greg and Mike.